Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dhanarpanam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, I have a
Accept my obeisances,
question,
Lord.
Prabhu. So, how to accept more austerity in spiritual life without much difficulty?
The austerity is to follow the guidelines given by the spiritual master, and that is the best.
Yes.
Anything other than that will tend to becoming like, over endeavoring. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, sometimes, someone like to just chant whole day, so many rounds, or, do so many things. That kind of a thing, overdoing it is ish. Of course, you can
Yes,
chant
Prabhu.
and say no, but it's best to follow the guideline given by the spiritual master. Hmm? So, over endeavoring is not recommended at all. See?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu. Do you want me to read, Prabhu?
Let me just take it out.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Not me.
So you can see here Atyahara Priyas, over endeavoring, is it? Hmm? Right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
You
Yeah.
want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. All right. Translation. One's devotional service is spoiled when it becomes too entangled in the following six activities. Number one, eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required. Number two, over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. Number three, talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. Number four, practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically. Five, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. And six, being greedy for mundane achievements.
So these are the six things that will spoil your devotional service. Yeah? You
Yes.
understand? So we should be careful not to, fall into this. Yeah? Yes. So this is it. So the tapasya that we are asked to do is to chant and follow the four principles, no? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. Because when you do this severe austerities, your heart become hard-hearted.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. And that's not very good, you see. Hmm.
Yes, Prabhu.
It's not so like the Mayavadis. They usually go and do very big tapasya, no?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
It's very hard-hearted, is it? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we should be careful not to fall in that kind of a consciousness. Yeah?
Prabhu, like just one small thing, Prabhu. Regarding sometime like laziness in devotional service, Prabhu. Like sometimes there's a lot of service to get done, and after a few hours, just space out due to past conditioning.
This is what happens.
Especially, this is very dangerous because Maya can attack. Sorry, bro.
This is because we are, not following the instruction of the spiritual master. So when we tend to be engaging in sense gratification, although we are devotees, so when we do that, then our enthusiasm drops,
Bro.
You follow?
Yes, bro.
No,
Yes, bro.
strictly follow the orders of the Guru. Yes.
Yes, bro.
Mm. Any other questions?
Thank you so much, bro, for your kind association. Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna.
And to counter that, we have to follow this guideline. Six principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. Hmm?
Yes, bro.
You read?
Yes, bro. Prabhu, can you read that?
Someone want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. There are six principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. Number one, being enthusiastic. Number two, endeavoring with confidence. Number three, being patient. Number four, acting according to regulative principles such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Bhagavatam 7:523, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Number five, abandoning the association of non-devotees. And number six, following the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These six principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotion.
So this is the guideline, no? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Do you want to read this?
Yes, Prabhu. From where, Prabhu? From Uttama Bhakti, is it?
Let's start from Bhakti.
Bhakti, yeah, okay. Bhakti is a sort of cultivation. As soon as we say cultivation, we must refer to activity. Cultivation of spirituality does not mean sitting down idly for meditation, as some pseudo yogis teach. Such idle meditation may be good for those who have no information of devotional service, and for this reason, it is sometimes recommended as a way to check distracting materialistic activities. Meditation means stopping all nonsensical activities, at least for the time being. Devotional service, however, not only puts an end to all nonsensical mundane activities, but also engages one in meaningful devotional activities. Sri Prahlad Maharaj recommends. Yes, Prabhu. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanavedanam. The nine processes, Srimad Bhagavatam 7:523. Nine processes of devotional service are as follows. Number one, hearing the name and glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Number two, chanting His glories. Number three, remembering the Lord. Number four, serving the Lord's feet. Number five, worshipping the deity. Number six, offering obeisances unto the Lord. Number seven, acting as the Lord's servant. Number eight, making friends with the Lord. Number nine, surrendering oneself fully to the Lord.
So these are the nine forms of devotional service. Because the breakdown is here, what is Shravanam, and I guess you can read that even when you have some time.
Yes, Prabhu, definitely. Thank you so much.
Our austerities that we should do should bring us to the mode of goodness and then to pure goodness,
Yes, Prabhu.
The whole idea of this is to please Krishna, is it? But
Yes, Prabhu.
if we do austerity as a form of sense gratification, then that's offensive, And some people like
Yes,
to
Prabhu.
they like to torture the body and do so many gymnastics,
Yes, Prabhu.
This austerity is not approved, Can we?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Translation: those who undergo severe austerities and penances them out in egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body, as well as the supersoul dwelling within, are
Purport. Read the purport.
so much austerity.
Can you read the purport?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu. Actually, sometimes I'm getting a connection issue. So, is it possible some other devotee can read because we are traveling? I'm not able to hear you properly, Prabhu. I'm very sorry for that.
So anyone wants to read this?
Hare Krishna. There are persons who manufacture. There are persons who manufacture modes of austerity and penance which are not mentioned in the scriptural injunctions. For instance, fasting for some ulterior purpose, such as to promote a purely political end, is not mentioned in the scriptural directions. The scriptures recommend fasting for spiritual advancement, not for some political end or social purpose. Persons who take to such austerities are, according to Bhagavad Gita, certainly demoniac. Their acts are against the scriptural injunctions and are not beneficial for the people in general. Actually, they act out of pride, false ego, lust, and attachment for material enjoyment. By such activities, not only is the combination of material elements of which the body is constructed disturbed, but also the Supreme Person of Godhead Himself living within the body. Such unauthorized fasting or austerities for some political end are certainly very, very disturbing to others. They are not mentioned in the Vedic literature. A demoniac person may think that he can force his enemy, or probably one line up, it went too far. Force his enemy or other parties to comply with his desire by this method, but sometimes one dies by such fasting. These acts are not approved by the Supreme Person of Godhead, and he says that those who engage in them are demons. Such demonstrations are insults to the Supreme Person of Godhead because they are enacted in disobedience to the Vedic scriptural injunctions. The word achetasa is significant in this connection. Persons of normal mental condition must obey the scriptural injunctions. Those who are not in such a position neglect and disobey the scriptures and manufacture their own way of austerities and penances. One should always remember the ultimate end of demoniac people as described in the previous chapter. The Lord forces them to take birth in the wombs of demoniac persons. Consequently, they will live by demoniac principles life after life without knowing their relationship with the Supreme Person of Godhead. If, however, such persons are fortunate enough to be guided by a spiritual master who can direct them to the path of Vedic wisdom, they can get out of this entanglement and ultimately achieve the supreme goal.
So you see, this is how the austerities is controlled. Hmm? And you try to do it without scriptural and guru's direction, then it becomes pure speculation, no? And that's not very beneficial. So we have to be knowing what to do, what not to do. So that's best thing is to follow the guidance given by our spiritual master. Yes.
Yes,
That's the
Prabhu.
correct. And if you do austerity only, you can go above the modes, and then you can come to the mode of pure goodness where you, uh, get unlimited happiness. It's also explained by Rishabdev. So he is also saying this. Nayam deho dev bhajam nirloke kasta kaman arhate vid pujame. This is the word here, tapo. See that? Tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam sudayad yasmat brahma saukyam ta anantam. So this line, he says that, Lord Rishabdev told his sons. Can someone help read this?
My dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and for hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever.
This is the austerity. Because by accepting the Lord and doing devotional service, one gets purified. He comes to the mode of goodness and then he transcends to the mode of pure goodness, you see? You understand? So austerity is very, very important, especially following the four principles and chanting 16 rounds, waking up in the morning, These are very important activities. If someone try to neglect that, then advancement will be a little bit difficult. So another reason why you have to do austerity is also that you get association with devotees. See, you want to read this?
Persons whose austerity is meager can hardly obtain the service of the pure devotees progressing on the path back to the kingdom of Godhead, the Vaikunthas. Pure devotees engage 100% in glorifying the Supreme Lord, who is the Lord of the demigods and the controller of all living entities.
That so if you don't have austerity, then it's difficult to get the association of pure devotees, no? You follow? An association is very much required, is explained here. So you see, when you get the association of devotees, that is also by austerity, then you see what happens. O twice born sages, by serving those devotees who are completely free from all vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. You see? So this is a very important point. No? By serving those pure devotees, completely from all vices, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity for hearing the messages of Vasudeva. So this is the main thing, to develop an attraction for the Lord, no? So when you get attraction for the Lord, there's a verse that everybody knows. Sri Krishna Srinvata Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Ya Hridyantasto Ya Abhadrani Vidunoti Shruhat Satam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses the desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. See? So the whole idea is to get to hear, attraction for hearing of the Lord. Then all the dirty things in our heart get cleaned up, no? Right? So without the association of devotees, the blessings, it's difficult to come to this platform to get the mercy of the Lord. You understand? So austerities should be done for that purpose. Austerity should not be done for material, what is called gain. You understand? So we should know, this, how we can progress spiritually. So spiritual life is meant for this purpose, how to get connected to Krishna, how to engage in hearing his activities and pastimes. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Here this is explained. Neha yad karma dharmaya navira gaya kalpate natirtha pada sevai jivanapi mrityu he saha. You want to read this?
Anyone whose work is not meant to elevate him to religious life, anyone whose religious ritualistic performances do not raise him to renunciation, and anyone situated in renunciation that does not lead him to devotional service to the Supreme Person of Godhead must be considered dead although he is breathing.
This is the purpose of doing this austerity. You don't do this austerity, it's difficult to get into the mode of goodness and then transcendental goodness, and then getting the taste for hearing the messages or the pastimes of the Lord. So in this way, whole life is ruined. Do you understand?
Yes, bro.
So everything has got a purpose. And austerity is very pleasing to the Lord, no? Just like Vasudeva and Devaki, they performed austerities for 12,000 years, of the demigods actually. That's quite a long time before finally they got Krishna for 3 births,
Yes, Prabhu.
To get the favor of the Lord, then austerity is a must actually. But austerity must be in conjunction with the teachings of the spiritual master and the scriptures. Or cannot whimsically do it, you see. If If you do it whimsically, then you become very hard-hearted, and that's not good, because if you are not compassionate to others, then what's the purpose, no? Same time, austerity must be done, cannot be given up, no? Yajna, dana, and you see tapa. Tapa means austerity. Karma na tyajam karyam eva tat yajyo danam tapaschaiva pavanani manisinaha. So acts of sacrifice, charity and penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity and penance purify even the great souls. So this is so explained this now by Rishabdev. Tapo devyam putrakaha yena sattvam putraka yena sattvam sudayat. You become purified, sudayat. So purification is important because of contamination owing to have been in this material for millions of years, no? So this process is a very important thing. Because our austerity is not so difficult, especially giving up, avoiding the four principles, meditating, illicit sex, gambling and intoxication, and chanting 16 rounds, waking up in the morning, taking only Krishna Prasadam. These are not impossible things to do, you see. If you are asked to go to the Himalayas and sit there on ice and do all those very severe, penances, that's very difficult. Practically, it's impossible to do in this day and age. So this chanting and taking prasadam and avoiding the four principles are something not impossible. Actually, if you do this austerity, Krishna purifies us and gives us a lot of spiritual strength, And how the strength comes? Because we are hearing about Him. The more we hear about Him, the more we try to remember Him, then our material disease is finished. Our so-called material life is finished, Okay? That's why we have to some or other get connected to Krishna. Life becomes successful. No one in this material world has become free from the four principles of birth, death, old age and disease. No one has become free from this. Even by fleeing to the various planets, even if you go to the topmost planet, as we read, Abrahma, Bhuvana, Loka, from topmost planet to the bottom, there's places of misery. But now that you have appeared, my Lord, death is fleeing in fear of you. And the living entities, having taken shelter at your lotus feet, by your mercy, are sleeping in full mental peace. So this is the process. The moment you take up the process of chanting Krishna's name, then you are having Krishna with you. And when you have Krishna with you, then death is running away in fear of you. See that? So this is the secret, how to escape. And all this starts by the basic austerity, chanting, 16 rounds, And surely Krishna will bless. Kali Yuga, nothing else works except the chanting. By Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we also recommended chanting the holy names of the Lord, no? He quoted that verse, Harinam, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam, kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatir anyataha. There's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way other than chanting the holy name of the Lord. So, anyone who's intelligent will take up this program of doing this very simple austerity and make their life successful. Yes. So austerity is a must. So is here Devaki is praying to the Lord, She is very frightened of Kamsa and she is saying these words. In fact, she is now feeling that if the Lord stays in this form, Kamsa will come and kill him. So she is trying to protect him by asking him to become invisible. Because this is parental love, there's something else. But the idea is to get into austerity, waking up. Especially the Mangala Arti. It is a must, And if you don't do it, then spiritually it becomes difficult, Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Anybody else? Any other questions? Hmm? So you must understand why we are insisting that you do all this sacrifices. Yes. So if you don't do any austerities, then your whole life becomes useless. Anything done is sacrifice, charity or penance, austerity. Without faith in the Supreme Ocean of Prita is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in this life and next life. So austerities, penance. See? So we have to be careful though. If we don't take up the program, then it's going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of pain though, suffering. Yes. In order to get spiritual strength, we have to do this. There's no shortcuts, Anybody else has got any other questions? I would like to know more about why Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us to love Krishna in the mode of separation. So this mode of separation is the very easy way to capture the Lord in the heart, And that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited that by crying for Krishna. He never, taught us that we go and dance with Krishna and dream about all that, dancing with him and doing so many things, And our whole idea is Vipralamba Seva, where we cry for the Lord, in separation. Because it says also in English, absent mind makes the soul founder, makes the association more relishable. So the whole idea is to develop an attraction for the Lord. So when someone is away, we tend to think of the person more and we try to cry for that association, yanker. So similarly with God, Krishna, if we can follow the mood of Srimati Radharani, in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has kind of adopted the process, crying for the Lord all the time, that makes you become more advanced very quickly. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to teach us something to make our life successful. You understand? So someone is always thinking of the Lord. I become very dear to the Lord. The Lord Himself is saying, always think of me, worship me. In this way, you will surely come to me. Yeah? Yes or not? So, man mana bhava mad bhakta mad evaisya taiva matmana mat parayana. Get your mind always thinking of me. Yes? Always get your mind thinking of me. Become my devotee, offer obeisances to me and worship me. Be completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. See this word? So when someone is, far, we tend to kind of miss that association. And this is also not recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or even by Krishna himself. He is also saying that you always think of me, yanker for my association. So this is the process, you see, to quickly capture the Lord. In fact, he said it the same thing he said again in 1865. Again, man mana bhava mad bhakto mad yaji mam namaskuru mamevesi satyam te pratijane priyosimi. Again he said, Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. So the separation mood is a faster way to invoke the blessing of the Lord. And to think that you are now become so advanced that you have dancing with Krishna and all that, that process is not very much recommended to imagine. You understand? Sometimes devotees, they think that they can invent, start to think of God as their son or their, becoming their servant or friend. Something they try to concoct in the mind. But this program is not recommended because you cannot imagine, you see. You cannot try to imagine a relationship or do it mentally. That kind of a polluted consciousness. See here, anything expressed by material vibration, anything ascertained by material intelligence, anything experienced by the mental senses or concocted, you see, experienced by the material senses or concocted within the material mind is but an effect of the modes of material nature and therefore has nothing to do with the real nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See this point? We cannot concoct, with the material mind. The Supreme Lord is beyond the creation of this material world, for He is the source of material qualities creation. As the cause of all causes, He existed before the creation. After the creation, I wish to offer my respectful obeisances unto Him. So, unless He reveals Himself, we cannot try to imagine, concoct. It doesn't work like that. So we have to learn how to cry for the Lord, and that's the mood that it's more safe, because if you try to do all by mental speculation, that only creates trouble. So you can see here, those who, even while remaining situated in the established social position, throw away the process of, see that here again, throw away the process of speculative knowledge, and with their body, words and mind offer all respect to the description of your personality and activities, dedicating their lives to these narrations which are vibrated by you personally and by your pure devotees. Certainly conquer your lordship, although you are otherwise unconquerable by anyone within the three worlds. So this is the way, to yanker for the Lord, to kind of cry for Him, Whereas you try to do the speculative process, then you only invite trouble. My dear Lord, devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. If someone gives up that path and engages in the cultivation of speculative knowledge, he will simply undergo a troublesome process and will not achieve his desired result. As a person who beats an empty house of wheat cannot get grain, one who simply speculates cannot achieve self-realization. His only gain is trouble. Hmm? So try to understand this, because uh, we can speculate, but it will not help us. Because we cannot go to the Lord with our mental so-called strength. It's not possible. It has to be by mercy. And mercy means to cry for the Lord. Yes. Hmm? Prabhu, can we chant during Mangala Arati? Yeah, Mangala Arati means you do chanting. What else you can do? Hmm? Correct? So we have to understand this. The Goswamis, as Prabhupada said, they are always crying in the mood of separation. Where are you, my Lord? Are you in the bank of the Yamuna? Are you? So they never say or dream that now I am with Krishna, I am staying and dancing with him. No, we try to yanker for the association like the Goswamis. They're anchoring for the association of the Lord. Actually, every acharya is also in that mood of separation. Madhvacharya, Madhavendra Puri is crying for the association Lord. So that is the system. We should not try to speculate this process. Because you have an eternal relationship with the Lord, undoubtedly it's already there in the heart. We just have to learn how to do this sadhana bhakti, and by the sadhana bhakti awaken our attachment for Him. Hmm? We just have to, revive that relationship, and that comes from sadhana bhakti. Pure love for Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of the living entity. It is not something to be gained from another source, you see. That means whatever relationship with the Lord is already there. But when the heart is purified, you see this, by hearing and chanting, this love naturally wakens. So when we chant, hearing, chanting, crying for the Lord, that's why we are also taught to chant Hare Krishna in the mood of a child crying for the mother. So that chanting should be in that mood, to cry for the Lord. Then this love naturally awakens. Cannot do it other way, that's not possible. It's dangerous. It's explained here in another place here. Devotional service beginning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the ultimate religious principle for the living entity in human society. Eh? Is that here, after chanting the holy name of the Lord, and dancing in ecstasy, one gradually sees the form of the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord, the transcendental qualities of the Lord. This way one fully understands the situation of the personality of Godhead. So this is the process. Understand? By chanting first, then developing attraction for the holy name, dancing in ecstasy, gradually sees the form of the Lord. Then he gets attracted to the pastimes of the Lord, and then the transcendental qualities of the Lord. All this has to come step by step, and it cannot come by so-called speculating. It won't work. Yes, I hope you understand that, no? Absence makes the heart go founder. Right? Any other questions? Anybody else got anything to say? Or
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Obeisances to Srila Prabhupada.
yes,
Prabhu, I have a question.
yes.
Because at work, I had some problem with another man who is working with me, and we are not very close. And I'm not sure it was good for me to add this bad relation. But because it is said that we don't have to disturb the mind of people. But if someone is doing something not good, and we don't have to say, or should we say, and in a way that don't disturbing them, that it's very difficult, right?
You see, Prabhupada say like this, that when you want to point out something, to somebody, like say the mother-in-law wants to train the daughter-in-law, but she chastises her daughter rather than the daughter-in-law. So by doing that, she's actually teaching the daughter-in-law and not, getting her upset directly, you see. So we have to learn how to get the message across. And if someone is a little bit more superior, it's difficult to directly confront. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we have to kind of do it indirectly, or we have to correct someone else, then they can see. You understand? Or if you want to help, you can tell that person superior. That way the message may come through. So
Okay.
we have to think of either way. And if nothing is possible, then we just pray to Krishna to give him good intelligence or her.
Okay, so I should keep silent. It's the better
Yes,
way.
because direct confrontation may result in some more difficulty. Better to do it indirectly, Yes,
Yes, this is what happened.
correct.
It was worst. Yes.
You do directly, then many things become very sour,
Mm,
We
yes.
have to think and pray to the Lord to give us intelligence how to do that. And same
Mm,
time, the person also understands and reforms himself, no?
yes, Prabhu. Thank you
Mm.
very much.
How to avoid the 10 offenses in the holy name of the Lord. What is this? So, how to avoid the 10 offenses in the holy name of the Lord is that you have to learn how to become, to follow the instruction of the spiritual master. If you surrender to the spiritual master and follow his instructions, then yes, you'll be able to avoid all these offenses. Hmm? The main thing is the spiritual master. By having complete faith in him and following his instructions, very quickly you'll be able to come to the next stage of chanting. But even though you are not able to correct yourself on the offenses, still, if you patiently carry out the instruction, uh, then yes, quickly you will also. It all depends on your faith, and devotion to the spiritual master. If you get attached to that, then yes. And if you are committing offense, then the other thing is to keep doing it more and more. It says here in this verse, so here, even even in the beginning, one chants the Hare Krishna mantra with offenses. One will become free from such offenses by chanting again and again. You see that here? Papachayascha bhavati smarantam tam ahanisam. One becomes free from all sinful reaction if one chants day and night following the recommendation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, you see, if you keep chanting, that means in other words you have to keep chanting more and more. And this way you can also overcome this problem. Uh, but it's not that it's impossible. It is possible by practice. Uh, Krishna also highlighted that, by practice it is possible. Hmm? See, by thus practicing, it says here. Yes. So we should learn how to do that, no? It's not impossible. Yes. So we have to learn how to undoubtedly difficult, but Krishna said by practice it is possible. O mighty Lord Krishna said, O mighty son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So this is possible, by practice. So therefore, as you say this now, chanting, keep on chanting, then everything will add up. That's why the question was asked Tapasya, how to do this austerity. And what is in the whole game is to do this austerity so that you get the strength to purify your consciousness. Yes? You understand? This is how you overcome, not by just, taking it easy that you can very easily conquer the mind. That's not possible. See? Abhyasa yoga yuktena, again this word abhyasa. To practicing, is it? So we have to learn how to do that, chant 16 rounds and improve ourselves. Constantly engage, remembering me, undivided path, or path is sure to reach me. So we have to learn how to do that, That's why it is says that you have to do it. Practicing every day, unfailingly actually. Is it? There's another word here. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. So mamcha yo abhya bicharena. Without fail, is it? Is that? without fail. How to do it without fail? Every day, you know. So, unfailingly in all circumstances. At once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So you have to do this, you know, you cannot, oh, I've done this for 4 days a week, so I can rest. Today I will rest. We start thinking like that, then it's going to be difficult, no? Yes? You understand? I'd like to ask one more question, Prabhu. Some people suggest me some other spiritual books written by different authors other than Prabhupada and say that those books are more informative, powerful than Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Can you kindly tell whether it is good if I read them? What books are they asking you to read other than Prabhupada books? What are the books? Can you give me some idea? Hello? Vashishta Puran. Vashishta Puran. What Puran is this? Hello?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Yes. What is this Vashishta Puran? Huh?
Prabhu, even I don't know, Prabhu. They just said it's the conversation between Vasishta Maharshi and Lord Sri Ramachandra, and it has the lot of all the information. Something a known person suggested me to read it. I don't know whether it's good to read or not.
So, if this Vashishta Puran is so good, why nobody is reading it and becoming, everybody who read them must become very big devotee, is it not? Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So
I have no
who
idea, Prabhu. So
come across anybody who read that and become a very big devotee? Have you seen?
no, Prabhu, no, Prabhu, no,
Have you?
Prabhu.
You're seeing so many devotees reading Prabhupada books and their whole life is changing, correct? Yes?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Who is this person recommending you this other book? Huh?
She is one of my friend's aunt, Prabhu. Friend's aunt.
Ask her whether she is eating what, drinking coffee, tea. Huh?
Yes, Prabhu. She is. She is.
So by reading this Puran, and she's still committing what? She's breaking principles. Does that shows anything? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Prabhu. But Prabhu, she's telling that it has everything like more than Bhagavad Gita. You read now Bhagavad Gita, it's up 50% now. If you read this book, you'll become spiritually 100% knowledge, something
If
like
she,
that.
I believe she's recommending it to you. That means she must have read also, no? Yes.
Yes, 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 Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Why she is not getting 100% knowledge? If she has that knowledge, she will be going around preaching the whole to everybody. What? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Is she doing that?
No, no, Prabhu.
And what is this nonsense? Correct?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
The whole idea is to hear from a pure devotee. You understand? Krishna says
Yes,
to go and approach a pure devotee and go and submit, surrender to him, inquire confidentially, and do service. Yes?
yes, yes, Prabhu.
So, who we should listen to, Prabhupada or to this lady? Huh? Tell me.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
So, you should be preaching to her. that you cannot read all these books unless you have a guru. Does she have a guru? Huh? Tell me.
No, Prabhu.
So
No,
why
Prabhu.
you should tell her that look, you may say this and that. Unless you have a guru, all these books, knowledge will not be what manifesting in you. Huh?
Yes,
Yes or not?
Prabhu. Prabhu, she's more older than me. I feel little, insecure to tell her, like to preach her. She's very older.
Go and give her two tight slaps now. You understand? Hello?
Yes,
Leading
Prabhu.
you way. You go and give her two tight slaps now. What is this? Telling you some nonsense. Yes? Yes or not? What can I
Yeah.
advise? What the kind of advice is that? Huh? She's speculating and saying that you read this book, you will get more knowledge. But first of all, knowledge comes only because of the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Correct? Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
So what
Prabhu.
is that? You see here? Can you read this? Can you read this thing? Can you
Yes,
read?
Prabhu. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed.
Right? Yes or not?
Yes,
Huh?
yes, Prabhu.
So you want to get
Yes,
knowledge,
Prabhu.
you have to get from the spiritual master. That means you must have faith. Correct?
Yes,
Yes?
Prabhu.
Not simply buy
Yes,
this
Prabhu.
Puran, that Puran, and so many Purans you try to find and buy, and simply on your own you try to do that, and you get nothing. Huh? You understand?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Correct? And
Yeah, yeah, Prabhu.
she is confused actually. Correct? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu. I got confused and I didn't perplex, so I'm asking you, Prabhu.
That's why you have to be careful, no? You cannot just try to hear from this person and that person and all that, no?
Yes,
Correct?
Prabhu. Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Faith in Prabhupada, and then you have to preach also to these people, no? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. If you don't have that kind of understanding, then you will be misled, Yes?
Yes, Prabhu. Some people they brag about their readings, Prabhu. Sometimes they say, "I've read Shiva Puran, I've read Garuda Puran." They don't just they think Bhagavad Gita is like a normal, ordinary book, like just a religious book,
Hmm.
and they brag about when they read the other books like this Purans and all Puranas and all.
Hmm.
Oh, at that time I don't know what to say, so
So
I don't have the proper knowledge in this preaching
you
also.
can read this verse. Can you read this?
Yes, Prabhu. If one book becomes a bookworm, reading many books and scriptures and hearing many commentaries and the instructions of many men, this will produce doubt within his heart. One cannot in this way ascertain the real goal of life.
So you see that? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, yeah.
If you want to become successful, you must just surrender to Guru. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Don't surrender to Guru, then you don't have you won't get the knowledge. Correct? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
One
Yes,
should
Prabhu.
not, say Prabhupada is saying in the purport, one should not read many books. Huh? Is that here?
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhu.
You understand? Correct.
Yes, Prabhu.
Lady,
One
she is
should.
not an authority. She has no brains. You should not try to waste time with her. You understand?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? In fact, you go and preach to her, He said, first and foremost, please chant Hare Krishna. Otherwise, whatever you read also, it will not work. Hmm? You understand?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
So you try to go and tell her, what she's saying. Because the
Yeah,
book may
Prabhu.
be good, I don't know what in the book, but it may be nice. But unless we have authorized by our spiritual master, we should not do anything on our own account. No, correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
No, Prabhupada told us to read his books, and I read his books. Yeah? In fact,
Yes,
Prabhupada said
Prabhu.
in this verse, you can see Prabhupada said, he said that we just have to read these three books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Let me get the verse out. Prabhupada told us to read for for our spiritual life, concentrating reading on the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavatam, these three books are enough already, he said, you know.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
You want to read this? You see here? Can you read this?
Yes. The translation, Prabhu.
Yeah.
No. One should not partially study a book just to pose oneself as a great scholar by being able to refer to scriptures. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we have therefore limited our study of the Vedic literatures to the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These four works are sufficient for preaching purposes. They are adequate for the understanding of the philosophy and spreading of missionary activities all over the world. If one studies a particular book, he must do so thoroughly. That is the principle. By thoroughly studying a limited number of books, one can understand the philosophy. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes.
Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Understand?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
We
I
don't need
can
to
understand.
listen to this lady. You understand? That doesn't require you listen to Prabhupada. Okay? Hmm?
Yeah,
Yes?
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
This lady will take you back to Godhead, or Prabhupada will take you
No,
back?
no, no.
Huh?
No. Spiritual master.
Yes. So you don't listen to unauthorized person. In fact, all these unauthorized person, you must preach to them. You follow? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Hmm.
Prabhu.
Even you ask to read this book also, who is the author of the book, who translated? We don't know. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. I asked her, Prabhu. She told that is some Swamiji,
Somewhere,
something. She just,
some
yeah,
Swamiji.
I asked her to tell the Sampradaya, to which Sampradaya that does that the author belong. She didn't mention it properly.
You don't go to her, no? Huh? You cannot preach to her, then you just avoid her. Okay?
Yes,
Hmm?
Prabhu. Yes.
You go and give her one book to read. Hmm? Yes?
Yes.
Curd rice, they want like curd rice only. They don't want chicken.
So, any other questions?
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Be careful, huh? Don't try to get yourself into this kind of a position where so many
Yes,
people
Prabhu.
do so many things. So you must be able to preach, not simply be quiet, because they don't know these people, just they don't know anything, correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
So any other questions?
Yes, Prabhu. We have a question comment, Prabhu.
What's your question? It is said that when we reach to the abode of Godhead, they won't return back to the material world. I have a doubt that we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are eternal, so we have free will. I want to know how we have fallen to material conditions. So how we have fallen, explained here. So you want to read this?
The living entity by nature has minute independence to choose his own good or bad fortune, but when he forgets his supreme master, the personality of Godhead, he gives himself up unto the modes of material nature. Being influenced by the modes of material nature, he identifies himself with the body and for the interest of the body becomes attached to various activities. Sometimes he is under the influence of the modes of ignorance, sometimes the mode of passion, and sometimes the mode of goodness. The divinity thus gets different types of bodies under the modes of material nature.
So because we misuse our independence, you understand? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, he is not on mic, Prabhu, but yes.
So now you try to what we say, correct ourselves from that mistake. So that's why we have to take up this spiritual program. This is the only way to go back to Godhead again. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
What's the use of crying for what we have done already? Better to correct ourselves and get out of this mess, no? Yes? Yes or not?
Yes.
So chant, follow the principles, make your life successful again. Yes. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
My humble obeisance and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, I have 4 questions, Prabhu. Please answer me. Could you please tell me that? Uh, my first question is, I am actually a student and I want to know how can how can I know that spirituality is greater than the material happiness? I am actually a student, but I read Gita and chanting. It is good, but I feel sad because everybody is enjoying easily. But even I am keeping maximum efforts of me, but I can't being happy because of my heart is full of material desires, and I am stuck in between material desires and Krishna consciousness. I know that Krishna consciousness is good, but still now I didn't uh, fulfill with any material desires. So first I want to know how much greater is than material nature, and how much greater is spirituality. How can I know in practical way, Prabhu? It's my
It's
first question.
unless you get the higher taste, you cannot give up your lower taste, no? Yes?
But Prabhu, I didn't even test low test, but my mind always full of a material nature,
Yeah, I'm
but
saying
I
this is
can't
what
leave, Prabhu.
I'm just saying this thing because your heart, you are attracted to Maya. You understand? So the resolute determination of devotional service will not take place, you know. You understand? It is in the Gita, in the Bhagavad Gita, you can see here. So in this verse, you see, can you read this?
In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to Supreme Lord does not take place.
You understand? Because in your heart, you are thinking that, oh, Maya is very nice, you know. All those things are very nice, you know. I'm chanting, but my mind is attracted to all these things. So if you do like that, it's explained here in the Bhagavad Gita.
Prabhu, I want to come in Krishna consciousness, but this material desires is stopping me, and
Can,
I want to let me know how much material nature is happiness that will give to me. But
can you
uh,
can you can you read
when
can you read this?
there are many pretenders who refuse to work in Krishna consciousness,
No, no,
but
don't
make
read
a
read this.
show of meditation.
Read read this. Read this. Highlighted.
Yes, Prabhu. One who restrains the sense of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly dwells himself, and is called a pretender.
Understand? Although you are trying to do the spiritual program of chanting and reading, but in your heart and mind it's all attracted to Maya, then it's very difficult to make progress, no? You understand? Hello?
No, Prabhu, I didn't understand.
Okay, you read the purport. Maybe by reading the purport you will understand. Can you read this?
There are many pretenders who refuse to work in Krishna consciousness but make a show of meditation while actually dwelling within the mind upon sense enjoyment. Such pretenders may also speak on dry philosophy in order to bluff sophisticated followers, but according to this verse, these are the greatest cheaters. For sense enjoyment, one can act in any capacity of social order, but if one follows the rules and regulations of his particular status, he can make gradual progress in purifying his existence. But he who makes a show of being yogi while actually searching for the objects of sense gratification must be a greatest cheater. Even though he sometimes speaks of philosophy, his knowledge has no value because the efforts of such a sinful man's knowledge are taken away by the illusory energy of the Lord. Such a pretender's mind is always impure, and therefore his show of yogi meditation has no value whatsoever.
Okay. Try to understand, unless you strictly follow the chanting, the four principles, uh, the heart will be attracted to Maya, And it's very difficult unless you get very strong association and follow all the things, the rules and regulation properly. You follow? So in order to do this, I recommend if you can go and stay in our temple, then you will see, and with the association you will get the strength. You follow? Which city are you at? Where are you staying?
Uh, I'm in college, Prabhu.
Where?
Pulivendala, Prabhu.
Where?
Anandapur. Pulivendala, Prabhu.
Anandapur. So, I don't know where's. Can you go down to Pondicherry? Is it possible?
No, Prabhu. I don't know the route, but I will try to go, Prabhu.
If you can go there and then stay at least for 3 days of 1 week or something, then you will see, you will get strength, to overcome this problem. You understand? So now you are all alone and you're just hearing on the line, correct? Online, is it that?
Yes, Prabhu.
And trying to do, I don't know whether you are taking prasadam or not, because prasadam is the most important thing. Otherwise, your mind will become very much disturbed, if you eat contaminated food. You understand? Are you getting
Yes, Prabhu.
prasadam? Are you eating prasadam or are you eating vegetarian food outside? Hmm?
No, Prabhu. I'm eating in my college mess. I'm mostly avoiding onions and other which are not belongs to principles.
But they are cooking for you, Some people you don't know whether they are devotees or not devotees, right? Hmm? Is it not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So by eating contaminated food, your mind will become very disturbed. So therefore, your material desires are, coming more and more because of this contaminated food. You follow?
Uh, yes,
Uh,
Prabhu.
you can,
Yes,
I don't know
Prabhu.
what you're going to do if you can cook for yourself, or you can, I find some devotees nearby who can cook or something. That will be very big help for your consciousness. You understand? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
So because of this contaminated food, your mind is becoming disturbed, no? That is a big problem. The whole situation is because of that. So you should try to overcome that. Hmm? Yes?
Okay, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. And then everything else will become okay. Or you learn how to cook yourself, cook some rice and some yogurt or something. Hmm? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. Try to avoid
Prabhu.
eating contaminated food. That's the big thing, big step forward.
Yes, Prabhu.
What's your other question?
Prabhu, my another question is, I am while I'm a student, I am suffering even I keeping my maximum efforts in academics and in spirituality also. I am stuck in between these spirituality and material desires. I am trying to both, but I am stuck in between the bridge like spirituality and material desires. I am putting my maximum efforts, even though I am not come it like this either another this side or this side. I am stuck, Prabhu. I don't know how to overcome this. Uh, but I am taking prasadam, but not frequently. Sometimes I am taking, but sometimes I am forgetting.
See, that's now we have discussed. The thing is prasadam. If you take your prasadam and avoid all this contaminated food, you will get strength. You understand? And
Yes, Prabhu.
all this material disturbance will subside. You follow? And so when your mind becomes strong like that, then yes, many things will come one thing after the other. Huh? But if you contaminate yourself, then it's a roller coaster ride, no? Sometime up, sometime down. Like this will be going on. And you're getting frustrated, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. So one thing first, you try to avoid eating contaminated food, right? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
And then you see everything else will fall in place. Hmm? Can you
Yes,
try that?
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, I will follow.
Hmm. I think you work on that first, huh? Trying to take only Krishna Prasadam. Hmm?
Okay, Prabhu. Prabhu, one more thing, Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, I want to know what Krishna want to teach me from this loneliness. I am always lonely, but I want to. I am tried also to mingle with some my classmates or somebody, but I can't mingle with them. My mind is overly, overly. Like a disturbed mode where I am in my age is now 22, but I am spending only loneliness with my entire life. Still now, I don't mingle with at least uh, closely. I don't have anybody. I am very lonely person. I don't know why I am like this. I asked so many times Krishna. I don't know. Maybe he replied to me, but I can't understand. Or maybe he said to me, but maybe I don't have much knowledge to understand that. I don't know, Prabhu, why I am still
Why don't
lonely.
why don't you do one thing? Why don't
Uh,
you preach to your friends?
uh,
Whatever you have
yes.
learned, whatever you
Uh,
have learned, you preach to them. Hmm? Understand?
uh,
And among your friends, if you can find one more person who is willing to also accept, then your loneliness is finished. Is it not? Is it not?
No, Prabhu, but Prabhu, I still now I have friends, Prabhu, but they are worse than me. Like somebody will drink and smoke in my room only. I avoid them and come out from the room and staying in one another rooms of my another friends. But even though every time I am facing very bad persons in my room or my life, every time I feel very bad, but
But
keeping avoiding.
why don't you try to preach to them? Whatever you have learned, why don't you try to talk to them? Hmm?
uh, they doesn't listen, Prabhu. They are stronger than me, means they are rich and smoking and drinking every day, means most of the days.
Never mind they are smoking and drinking because they are fallen, no. Yes? Only you know the knowledge, correct? Yes, Anand?
uh, yes, Prabhu.
So you got the higher knowledge, so you try. You try to speak to them, you understand? Or you get some books and you distribute these books. Yes?
Yes, but I don't have much money to distribute.
You don't have what? Money to
uh,
buy.
yes, Prabhu.
So you ask the devotees who can help. I mean, who is you contacting who? There's some group. Are you inside that group?
Yes, Prabhu, I am in the group.
You ask them in that group if anyone can help by sending you some books. Hmm? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Are you close to Hyderabad by any way?
Uh, no, Prabhu. I am living in Andhra Pradesh, Prabhu.
How far is that to Hyderabad? Very far.
Yes, Prabhu.
So what is the closest town?
Prudutur, Prabhu.
So why don't you ask the devotees from Prabhutur to give you the books? Huh? You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
They will help you with some books, and all you have to do is try to go and speak to your friends and try to sell these books. That won't make you lonely, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
And one person
Prabhu.
read the book just like you read the book and your life changed. If another person read, their whole life also will change, yes? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Then you won't be lonely anymore, correct? And you're never lonely because Krishna is always within you in the heart also. Correct? Yes.
But yes, Prabhu, but sometimes I feel why did Krishna was with me like in physical forms? Sometimes I feel very badly, Prabhu, because I really felt about Krishna is my friend, but why did he be with me like a physical form? But everybody is enjoying with their friends. I am
Because,
still alone and feeling badly, Prabhu.
listen, smoking is enjoying, drinking is enjoying, eating meat is enjoying. Hello? Is that enjoyment? Huh?
No, Prabhu, it's not enjoyment.
Why you say that's enjoyment? Because you're seeing in the wrong way. If you can understand that all these things they are doing is suffering, then you will go there to help them. Yes? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
But you are saying that I am suffering, they are enjoying. What does that mean? That means you want to go and be like them, is it? Huh? Hello?
Uh, Means it's not like that, Prabhu. Means
Therefore, see, therefore,
I
listen,
don't have at least good friends also, Prabhu.
listen, therefore you learn how to speak to people and bring them to Krishna. You understand? Huh? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu.
Instead of sitting and crying and you're thinking that you are lonely, you are miserable and all that, why don't you go and speak to people about Krishna? That will not make you miserable. Hmm? Hello? You
Yes, Prabhu.
you understand or not? So when you preach,
Yes,
Krishna
Prabhu.
become pleased with you. And if Krishna is pleased with you, then what is the problem? Huh? Hello?
Yes,
Huh?
Prabhu.
So you need to go out there and just distribute the books. If you don't know how to preach, you sell the books, no? And people, if one guy reads the book, whole life will change. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So rather than trying to sit and cry, you learn how to do things positively. Yes? Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ah, the best positive thing is to speak about Krishna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, anyone who preaches this message is very dear to me. Ah, have you seen that message, that sloka? Hmm?
No, Prabhu.
So can you read this?
For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end, he will come back to me.
See? So if you explain this supreme secret to devotees or innocent people, then pure devotional service is guaranteed. And then you will come back to me. In fact, Krishna says there's nobody more. Can you read this also?
Yes, Prabhu. There is no servant in the world more dear to me than he, nor will there even be one more dear.
See? So all you have to do is just simply preach, Krishna consciousness. And this is also the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Huh? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu.
He says here, can you see this? What he says? Huh? Can you read this?
Yes, Prabhu. Instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land.
Can you read this?
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further advised the Brahman Kurma. If you follow this instruction, your materialistic life at home will not obstruct your spiritual advancement. Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, uh, we will we will again meet here, or rather, you will never lose my company.
So if you preach, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that you will never miss him. Rather, you will never lose my. That means you will always be with the Lord. Correct? Yes?
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
how the loneliness will come? If you have God, Krishna, then how you get become lonely? Hmm? Hello?
Prabhu, I am an introvert, Prabhu. I am actually weak in communication also. How can I preach
Learn,
Krishna?
listen. Everybody is like that, very shy. They don't like to go and talk to people, approach them. So you have to push yourself. That's why I'm saying, go down to Pondicherry and you learn from the devotees how to sell books, how to, approach people. So you have to learn these things now. Yes, you cannot just sit down and cry, I'm useless, I'm useless. I mean, listen, unless you go, why are you going to school? To become useless. Huh? Hello, why are you going to college? Why? What?
No, Prabhu. I am going to college, increase my knowledge,
Because of what?
increase knowledge, and
Increase in
for
knowledge so that you
financial.
can come out and you can get a job. Is it not? Hello?
Yes,
Yes?
Prabhu.
So similarly,
Yes,
you
Prabhu.
need to get the knowledge, how to give this knowledge to others. So you need some training. Yes or not? Huh?
Yes,
Hello?
Prabhu.
So you
Yes,
make an
Prabhu.
attempt. Now you're spending whole money to go to this college to get knowledge, material knowledge. Now why don't you go there for a few days to get spiritual knowledge? Huh? Hello?
Yes,
You
Prabhu.
understand? Then when you go there and you
Understand.
see how we preach, how we sell books, how we talk to people, then you will get the strength also. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Ah. Rather than sitting down and just like Prabhupada give the example of man inside the well and he's crying, save me, and they throw the rope down and you say, you catch the rope, we will pull you up. No, save me, no, save me. This is how he was shouting. Then how can anybody help him? You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh? So you have to wake
Yes,
up.
Prabhu.
You have to go get some training, some association, then you'll become very much inspired. Huh? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Not just you sit down, I'm useless, no, I don't like to talk to people, nobody listen to me, I'm lonely. If you go like that, you become depressed and you'll commit suicide. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu.
Huh? You get
Yes,
out of this
Prabhu.
nonsense. You try to understand you're not this body, you're a servant of Krishna. You follow? And everybody is supposed to be servant. They don't know. So let me tell them, what's wrong in thinking like that? Hmm? They're going to kill you? Are they going to kill you if you speak like that? Hello?
No, no, Prabhu.
So you need to get this confidence. How to get this confidence? Tell me. How? You have to go and
I don't know.
associate with people who has that confidence. Is it not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you please make an attempt to go and associate with the devotees. Can you try to do that?
Yes, Prabhu. I will do it.
You try to do that. Then you see, you will become very blissful and then you will go talk to people, sell them the books and they have some question, you can try to answer. This is very blissful activity. You understand?
Yes,
Hello?
Prabhu.
Hmm.
Yes,
So you
Prabhu.
want to come out of this, please take some time off and go to the temples. Huh? Can? Or
Yes, Prabhu.
Go to Pratutur, you can go there and stay, then he will also take you out on distribution and you can learn so many things. Can you go there? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
You try, huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
All right, any other questions? Someone in the chat, huh? Hare Krishna, this is Pragosh Das. My question is, can we read Chaitanya Charitamrita in any order or we are interested in some topic or do we have to read from start to finish in order? Yeah, Prabhupada always wanted to read the books thoroughly.
Yes,
How to,
Prabhu.
hmm? Try to
Yes,
read,
Prabhu.
yeah, try to read cover to cover. You
Yeah.
understand? Otherwise, you read here and there, you know, you will not become, you may even forget, you know.
Yeah, no, Prabhu, actually, what happened was, I know for Bhagavatam, we need to read Canto 1 and till finish. The thing is, sometimes I'm revising, studying, or doing some research. What happened is I end up reading the whole canto without thinking that I need to read, for instance, the first book, second book, third book. I just jump into it. So that's why my question was based on this.
So here Prabhupada says this. Can you read that?
Yes, Prabhu. If one studies a particular book, he must do so thoroughly. That is the principle. By thoroughly studying a limited number of books, one can understand the philosophy. Yes, Prabhu, that's correct.
So you try to do that, no? If you don't, I mean, you can also read other section. I don't say you don't read, but you
Yes,
go
yes,
from, you know, the first chapter and first, like that you follow, you know?
yes, Prabhu. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so, but you want to know something, you can always go here and there. Nobody's stopping you,
Okay.
right?
Yes, yeah. It's same like I'm doing in Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah,
I'm not just jumping in just to get the answer that I want.
yeah. But at the same time, you must start reading the book also, no?
Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
You start whenever possible time, you follow this discipline, and eventually you will be completing the whole book. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. All right. Anybody has any last question before we end the session? Hello. All right. So we will stop there then. Thank you very much for your kind association. Hare Krishna. Wishing you a happy New Year. All glories to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Glory.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
So much,
Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
for celebrating
Krishna Kalpa Tarubhija Kripa
Hare
Sindhu
Bol.